So in this video, we're going to be talking about branding. Can we help make your username experience a lot better for not just you identifying your brand, but also for your viewers for what they can expect from your stream? Let's get your message out there clear and concise. That way your viewers can be happy and know what to expect from your streams, and so you can actually stay level-headed and understand your mission as a streamer. Now, the beautiful thing about this video is that it's actually going to help you in business down the road. Say you don't want to stream anymore. That's totally okay. If this is your stepping stone towards creating your own business in the future, I'm totally okay with that. So the first category we're going to go with is infamous. Now, infamous can be either a historical figure, kind of like if you call yourself Einstein or something like that. It can be a cool nickname. If you start trying to trademark that, you're probably going to have some rough times. So be mindful of that if you actually want to start like a huge business called Einstein or something like that. Now, the only time I really suggest using your name is when it's really unique, similar to Ludwig. I have never met a Ludwig, I gotta say. I mean, I've heard the name before just in passing, but I've never actually met a person called Ludwig. That's pretty dope, because I'm not saying the name's bad or anything like that. I'm saying it's unique. So that's all I'm saying. If your name's unique, by all means, go ahead and use it. But if not, let's think of another creative way to actually get some viewers into your channel. Because if not, you blend in with everybody else using their name. And honestly, at this point, it might be starting to burn out. So consider that. I'm not saying it's a bad option. I'm just saying consider that. On to the next one. So our next category is descriptive. Now, I will tell you this, unless you're planning on giving some kind of service in your content, I wouldn't necessarily make your name descriptive. Reason being, it's kind of boring. It just tells you exactly what you're doing, but it's so easy to identify what you're providing. So you know what you're going to get from this channel right from the name alone. Now, it's pretty boring, but it is very enticing for someone to click on this channel now just because they know exactly what they're going to get. It leaves no room to the imagination, to be honest with you. So that is why I don't necessarily recommend it for a username, just because it locks you into this category. So again, unless you're going to be providing a service, I wouldn't make your name so descriptive. I mean, the only way descriptive is going to work as a streamer is if you're just really concrete on what you're going to do on your stream. For example, if you call yourself something like I click heads, what? You better deliver on that promise. You better just be knocking people out on every single game you play with headshots. That's the only way I see it working, but honestly, it's a play on words. You can definitely use that to your advantage. So is descriptive the worst thing? No, but it is pretty average, and it's hard to really get a good name for a streamer out of descriptive. So overall, again, can it be done? Yes, but not the avenue I would necessarily take. The next category is acronymic. Now, acronymic is pretty much a little bit of a longer verse for acronyms. So a perfect example in the business world is going to be KFC. Now, KFC stands for Kentucky Fried Chicken. They don't want that name of fried chicken being out there because, well, some people are going to look at it and be like, ugh, I don't want fried chicken. That's unhealthy. So these guys kind of mask their branding a little bit by shortening it to KFC, and now it's, just a little more enticing to go eat there. It doesn't have that fried food right in your face. But you can also use it for different features. So the biggest streamer on Twitch is actually XQC. XQC actually used an acronym for his name. So apparently XQC's last name is Felix, so that's where he got the X. And QC means he's from Quebec, so somehow that correlates. That's what Google's given me. I don't think it's very clear cut, but you know what? I don't recommend this. I give the rank a 2. Now, the reason I give this category a 2 is because XQC's been around forever, back when there wasn't much competition in streaming. So why would I actually tell you guys to become an acronym, right? And really, it's already crawling through the mud. It's very hard to grow on Twitch or being a content creator in general. So why would I make your name so just ununique and so randomized? So again, he's built up his brand over many years. Now, I want to make things a little more streamlined for you, so I wouldn't tell you necessarily to go this route. Now, could you grow an acronymic name in today's day and age? Yeah, of course. You can do anything you set your mind to. I'm just telling you that it might not be as efficient in today's day and age when you actually want to set yourself apart from everybody else. So that's all I'm saying. That's why I give it a 2. Now, our next category is suggestive. Now, I think suggestive is the way to go in today's day and age if you do it right. Think of YouTube. It's all about you, and tube used to be used for the television, so UTV essentially is what they're trying to say. They're suggesting that it's television for you. Now, relay it to the streaming world. Let's talk about Nick Mercs. His name's Nick, and he's murking dudes. What's murk mean? It means he's pretty much taking them out in video games, and you know what? that's a super alpha type meaning to it, where he's just very suggestive on being an alpha male essentially and just taking everybody out. And it works with his brand so well. I mean, the guy pretty much does fitness streams. He does FPS shooters all the time. He talks about his stories and his background in the military and things like that. So it just works with his branding so well. Now, this is the way I would go, and it's why I rank it as a 10. If you're able to actually have this aura around you and still use your name but still be suggestive, those are the best ones. Those are the ones that knock it out of the park. Because not only is it telling people who you are, it's telling people what you do. I think that's dope because it's the best of both worlds. That's exactly what you want. This is who I am. This is what I do. This is what you're going to get. That is exactly why I suggest finding a name like this. You'll get it 10 out of 10. Now, in order to build a brand around this, I got to tell you guys, it's not going to be easy, but you know what? Go through names. Go through names. That's exactly what I had to do when I was developing Stream Growth Media. I had to just say no. I went through Amplify Streaming. I went through Stream Builders. I went through Stream Theory, which I actually really like Stream Theory, but apparently EPOS Vox actually took that for his podcast. So EPOS, how could you? But yeah, overall, just make sure you're suggestive. Tell people what you're going to be doing, and I think you're going to be just fine. Again, you don't have to go this route if you don't want to. There's plenty of other categories to go, so let's keep moving. The not English category. These are pretty dope. So you get these cool words that are translated from other languages, kind of like zappos. Zappos is pretty much zapatos, which is Spanish for shoes, and they sell shoes. Now, I can't think of anybody that really came off the top of my head until I started looking at EPOS Vox. What the hell does that mean? What does that stand for? And I looked it up for you guys. It's basically Latin for epic voice. Now, the reason this guy actually set up his name as EPOS Vox is because he's got a pretty deep voice, and a lot of people don't expect it, I guess, is from what I'm reading. So he got together and he came up with this EPOS Vox, which again, Latin for epic voice. I think that's really, really dope once you look at the lore of his channel. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think this is a pretty dope way to make up a name. Again, it's not gonna be as clear as something as suggestive, but I gotta tell you, I still rank it as an 8 just because it leaves room for confusion. And when you leave room for confusion, sometimes people just won't click on your channel or give you the time of day. That's the only reason. But once people do, names like EPOS Vox, you'll learn a little bit more about the lore, and it works. And for our final category, it's going to be abstract. Now, abstract is going to be something kind of like Kodak. That word does not exist. They made it up. Now, can you do things like that? Sure. I mean, in streaming, you have, well, Cloaksy. What is Cloaksy? It doesn't really mean anything. I mean, sure, you could say cloak. So maybe Cloaksy doesn't necessarily belong in the abstract category, but if you take it for its true intention, Cloaksy, word doesn't exist. Overall, you could say it's suggestive, and it actually helps you identify what kind of streamer he is. Now, Cloaksy, I find he's more of a gray area. Reason he's a gray area because it's kind of suggestive because he's cloak, so it means he's hidden. Maybe he plays a stealthy style of gameplay, but once he adds the cloak Z, then it leaves room for interpretation of what the heck is that, right? It's abstract. Now, it's not a bad name. I think it's pretty dope, and he has a successful following on Twitch. The only thing is it a clear message of what type of gamer he actually is? So again, I'm not saying it's a terrible name. You could totally go with an abstract username if you want, if you find a clever way to incorporate it into your stream or your overall identity. But again, I'm just talking about efficiency here for branding on a streamer profile, and that's the only reason I gave it a 6. Now at this point, I pass it back to you guys. Did this clear up any thoughts you might have had on your branding? If you need more help, comment down below. I'd be happy to help you out. And overall, I want to open up more dialogue between myself and my viewers. So if you'd be interested and you need way more help, or you're just completely lost, then by all means, let me know. I want to see who's interested in actually getting a free consultation. I'm not charging for any of this. I just want to see if I can actually help you guys build up your brands. So again, if you're having an issue in the branding category, I'd love to help you out. So by all means, reach out and we'll see what we can do. Thank you for checking out another video here on Stream Growth Media. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below on what you want to see next and what you're struggling on. We'd be happy to help you here on Stream Growth Media. But with that said, we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.